Few places in America know economic hardship quite like West Virginia. Here in McDowell County in particular, hardship and struggle have been the songlines for generations.
My grandmother, on my daddy's side, was a musician. She played the banjo, the old claw hammer style. And my dad was a ribbon-winning old-time fiddler in this area.
Like a lot of people here, Alan Johnson's family have music in their blood, but coal dust in their lungs.
My dad, he worked in the mines for 20-some years, and then he got so bad off he had to come out of the mines. He got silicosis in his lungs and black lung, and he had to remove one of his lungs, as a matter of fact. My brother, he worked in the mines. His name's Clayton, and he got his disability, and he's in his early 70s now, but his health is shot.
West Virginia was built on coal. From the early 1900s until the 1960s, a coal rush filled the valleys, or hollers as they're called around here, with jobs. These were tough people, and coal mining was tough work, but it's been even tougher without it.
I think the loss of population is the biggest problem. Up and down this hollow here, and in the area around Welch and all, we had 100,000 people. We had bukus of stores. We had at one time 13 car dealerships in this county. We have none today. This was a bank.
Oh, okay.
On top of it was apartments.
Right.
This was a hardware.
State Senator John Fanning is a long-time local. This part of West Virginia has unique problems, he says, but America as a whole should be better at protecting itself.
We have outsourced our jobs. Where do we have anything made in the United States, or where do we have anything made in West Virginia? It's not only McDowell County, it's not only West Virginia, it's the United States of America. Jobs.
When he's not engaged in state politics, John Fanning at least has one of the few thriving businesses in his dying town. His family have been the undertakers here for the past 80 years.
We are a county of old people, so the funeral business still prospers because we're dealing in older people. This is a nice place to live, but it doesn't provide a lot of the necessities that young people need.
And many of the young people who have stayed have been trapped in a downward spiral of unemployment and addiction.
There ain't no opportunities. Check, food stamps, drugs. That's about it.
This place is really awful, it really is.
There ain't nothing to do.
McDowell County has some of the highest poverty rates, lowest education levels, and biggest drug problems of anywhere outside of America's big cities. The urban ghettos are mostly home to a black underclass. Out here, it's white.
McDowell,
Look what we're doing, aluminum. Collect money.
Today, just a few hundred metres from the Fanning funeral home, Brian and his friends are busy stripping one of the empty buildings of almost anything of value.
All my life I've been on drugs. I keep...
That's a big, I mean, a lot of people on that around here?
Everything you see around here is on drugs.
I've got a 13-year-old son, he's locked up.
What did your parents do?
Coal miners and nurses. You know what I mean? That's about it. Now you gotta have a college education, all that. I guess we was left back in the pack.
It's not difficult to see why this would be a place with a less than positive view of the future. The last 50 years has been tough on West Virginia. But that bleak outlook has bred a black humour. And as they like to say around here, this is one of the few places in the United States that's hardly felt the effects of the current Great Recession.
We've been down so long it looks like up to us. You know, that saying. Actually, psychologically, socially, I don't feel personally that we're feeling the the nation's economic crunch the way others have, because we've already been there. We're already there.
For all that, Jean Batlow is working to try to at least preserve a future. She's one of those who believes a mix of tourism and history can help preserve what's left of these small communities. The local writer has established a community arts business and has been trying to interest local political leaders in developing a historical coal theme park.
There are some really innovative people here, I like to think I'm one of them, that is trying to make some difference.
There might not be too many jobs in coal anymore, but history is one thing they still have plenty of up these hollers. The other thing, of course, is music.
My friends that I've met on the internet that live in other places, they say, it must be very cool to live in a place that people write so many songs about, and they say, you know, nobody's ever made a story or written a song about where I live, you know. And so a lot of people want to come here and see this place, you know, that people sit down and write songs about. I can understand why they would.
If you go to Cinder Bottom, put your money in your shoes, 'cause the women in Black Bottom got them Black Bottom blues. Don't you show that to nobody.